Welcome back to another Coaster Time video. Yay, I'm not slacking. If you didn't know, that was a reference to one of my videos where I said I was slacking a lot of videos. But today we are doing Knottsberry Farm's 5-year plan. Now I am not going to be doing 2020 because we know that they're doing something with Tryotech. I am going to do a bit of speculation on their 2021, on what they're doing in 2021, because they're probably going to get an expansion. But to see what they're going to do in the future, we first need to look at the past. I couldn't find a complete data of all their rides, but I did find coasters on RCDB, so let's check that out. Okay, so as you guys can see here, we have all the coasters. So let's see how big of a gap they are. So we have 1975 Corkscrew, Wacky Soapbox Racers in 1976, Montezuma's Revenge in 1978. Overall, from 75 onward, they've got pretty good. And then in the 80s, they got 1983's Timberline Twister. That was it for the 80s. So they did a year, some coasters, then off season, and then in the 90s, they got 4 coasters, which is a lot. They got Boomerang in 1990. 5 years later, they got Jaguar. 2 years later, they got Windjammer Surf Raider. 1 year later, they got Ghost Rider. Then 2000 comes around, and they got Accelerator in 2002. 2 years later, Silver Bullet. Then 3 years later, 3 years later, Sierra Sidewinder. 1 year later, Pony Express. And then they have a bit of a break as we lead into the next year. And then 2013, Ghost Rider retracking. I'm counting that because it cost $24 million. In 2016, Tryotech, possibly a coaster. We don't know. It's probably not going to be a coaster. It's probably just going to be redoing Voyage to the Iron Reef. But we know that they're working with Tryotech for 2020, and then 2021 expansion, probably including a coaster. So, if we look just in the 2000s, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, we got the Ghost Rider retracking. 2017, 2018, Hang Time's not on there for some reason, but Hang Time in 2018, 2019, 2020, they're probably not going to get anything. But if you just look at the 2000s, not including 2020, that's 6 years, right? 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019. 6 years. And they got, in all of that time, they got 4 coasters. So, if we do some math, 6 divided by 4. 6 divided by 4. I'm bad at math. Well, I'm good at math, but I just can't do it quickly. 6 divided into 4, I don't think that goes in equally. So let's change that 6 to a 5. Well, that doesn't either, but it's about. But just around every other year. I don't know exactly, but just around every other year they're getting a big coaster investment. So now let's go to what I think they are going to get. Knowing how Knottsberry Farm loves to do first is the blank. They did first dive coaster in California, and in 2021 their coaster, I think they could say first inverting wooden coaster in California. I'm pretty sure in the West Coast, but I think they're gonna get like an inverting GCI or an Intamin maybe, because they saw how well Accelerator did. I hope not Intamin, because the newer Intamin coasters I hear are bad. They're just like not as intense as the older ones. But yeah, so not much to talk about with 2021. I have an entire video about that, so let's move on to 2022. Okay, so for 2022, I think they're gonna get maybe a water park expansion. Maybe like I feel like the water park needs a big slide complex, and they don't have a big slide complex. Correct me if I'm wrong, I haven't been to the water park in a really long time. But I just feel like they need like a big 80-foot tall slide complex maybe. Maybe they could buy it off of SeaWorld because their San Diego 80-foot tall slide complex is being taken out because they're turning the water park into more of a family-oriented park. So they could get like a big water park expansion because they haven't got a water park expansion in a while, I'm pretty sure. And that would just be something really cool for them to get that. That would probably bring more attendance to the water park. Now let's move on to 2023. Sorry if the audio just got bad. The fuzzy thing at the end of my microphone that went off. Hopefully it's not too bad, but so in 2023, I think Knottsberry Farm is going to get maybe that like cross between a raptor and a T-Rex. Alan Schilke has been thinking about that. I think it's probably not going to be 2021 because if it took this long for the raptors, it's probably going to take an even longer amount of time for the it's going to take a long time for the T-Rexes. I mean, it took a long time for the T-Rexes. It's going to take a long time for this. So I think 2023, maybe later, but keeping with the theme, I think they're going to get a new coaster in 2023. So let's move on to 2024. 2024, I think they're going to get some flat rides. They don't really get a lot of flat rides. I mean, they have some flat rides, but they don't have too many flat rides. I think maybe family flat rides in 2024. 2024, they're going to get some family flat rides. Sorry, that went quickly. I think this year they're going to get just a single flat ride in 2025. I think they're going to get just a single flat ride. It's going to be a small flat ride. It's not going to be anything huge. It's not going to be anything. It's not going to be, well, it is going to be a thrill ride, but it's not going to be anything like super thrilling, not like Soul Spin level thrilling. It's just going to be something nice, and it's going to be, I think it's going to be, like family thrill flat ride. Yeah, so we're going to move on to the final year. I think this will be a big coaster, but I haven't decided which one yet. So I'll come back to you once I've decided that. I honestly can't think of what they should add for 2026. I mean, I just can't think of it. Oh, my cat is hyper. Hyper coaster. Obviously, they need a hyper coaster. Knott's doesn't have a hyper coaster. They have a coaster over 200 feet, accelerator, but it's not a hyper coaster because it hasn't launched. So they need a hyper coaster. I think they should get a B&M hyper coaster, or an Intamin one. I mean, I prefer an Intamin hyper coaster, but B&M hyper coaster would be good. I've actually never ridden a hyper coaster, so I would really like a hyper coaster at Knott's Berry Farm because that's my home park. And it would be like a good thing to balance out Accelerator. Accelerator was a big ride. It's got it's very intense. It's got a high speed and a launch. If they got a hyper coaster, it would be big ride, very intense, high speed, lift hill. So that's what I think. That's gonna be what I think Knott's is gonna do over the next 5 years. So I will see you in the next video. Bye.